Afternoon, everyone. Thanks for being here. I want to start today with a few thank yous, and I want to apologize because on my agenda I spelled Erica's name incorrectly. I think I have it right on the next slide. But I want to start with a few thank yous. I want to thank Erica and Amanda for getting the sign outside of Anderson Hall that tells us what is going on each day. It's really important. I find it very useful. It took a while to get that done, but it got done. I know there are some glitches still because some of you may come by and it's Wednesday and the Tuesday sign is still on, but Amanda's working on that problem. So thank you. Second, I'm going to read a special thank you to Lisa and Han, requested by Joan Singler. Joan, are you here? Hi, Joan. Okay. And I'm sure all of you will agree with this as well. I certainly second it. And I quote, "I am suggesting recognition for two staff members who go above and beyond every day in the salon. Besides their long commitment to the residents, Lisa and Han understand and provide supportive services for those with memory issues, hearing aids, even transporting residents to the salon on occasion. We are so fortunate to have that staff that really contributes to our well-being in daily lives. Who doesn't feel better after a new hairstyle or brightly painted toenails? They are more than staff, they are our friends. It is time for a very special thank you." So thank you, Lisa and Han. And thank you, Joan. This leads me to a reminder that contribution solicitations to the Employee Gift Fund will get underway soon. That is a chance to thank people like Lisa and Han with a monetary gift. For those new residents who don't know what that is, let me explain. Each year we solicit tax-deductible donations from residents to provide a fund that enables us to give cash gifts to all of our employees except senior management. These gifts are distributed at a residents' council holiday party for employees. We have many employees here to thank. Our goal has always been ambitious, and we have attained it. In recent years, we've collected about $500,000 each year, if you can believe that. It's amazing, isn't it? The gifts are based on the hours worked by the employee, so full-time employees get the largest amount. We ask you to give generously. You will hear more from Samsbury when the fund gets underway. And if you'd like to volunteer with the employee holiday gift party for staff, contact Aunt Kelly. Employees bring their families. We have Santa Claus, we have photos, and we have many activities for the children. It's really a lot of fun. The board meeting this month, there was a discussion that included that sales are progressing well with the West Tower. Prices went up for some units in the West Tower in August, and master planning items have been pushed back a bit so that moving executive offices will begin early in 2025, and the bistro project will begin in mid-2025. Summer is almost over, and it's a busy time for the council in the fall. This will be my last 4 months on the council, and council members will be choosing the next president from the non-retiring council members. The new president will be chosen by council members soon and announced at the October regular meeting. The new president will then choose officers for the coming year, and they'll be announced in November. In October, the nominating committee will present 5 nominees to the council to replace those who are retiring. Perhaps some of you were nominated and have been interviewed. They're making decisions now. The nominees will be voted on by the council, presented to the membership for vote not at the October meeting. Additional nominees can be nominated from the floor, but you must have approval of the person you're nominating. Yeah, it is funny, isn't it? In addition to this more or less Byzantine process, we will be creating the program book for 2025 and soliciting sign-up for committees in the fall. Ned has scheduled a meeting next week, and we hope that committee chairs will attend to talk about the best way to go about this. We have renamed 2 of the committee groupings and have also changed the name of the council contacts from coordinator to resident council resource person to make it clearer what these people do. None of this affects operations of the committees or the council. It just gives groups of the committees more appropriate, labels groups more appropriately, and gives names more in keeping with what they actually do. These changes will be effective the first of the year, but you'll see them in the new program book. They'll be included in that. We have a few committees in need of leadership if they're going to continue. The Memorial Day Committee, the Veterans Day Committee, and the Memorial Services Committee. If you want these programs to continue and you want to volunteer, contact Ronnie Butch, who is the Residence Council person for these committees, and she will put you in touch with the appropriate person. Linda Purdy has been organizing the memorial services as a leader, but that was not always the case. It used to be run by residents. She needs help. It's not a job that she wants to take on her own forever. And she notified us that this is what you have to do if you volunteer. The Memorial Day volunteers are residents who help out with individual memorial services and for the remembrance services that we have here in independent living to honor those who have passed away. These happen maybe once or twice a year, so it's not a big commitment from anybody. The typical tasks are ushers, bringing people into the room, getting them seats, showing them a book to sign if there is a guest book. The lobby guide, which is showing the guests the way to wherever the service is being held, usually Anderson Hall or the Sky Lounge, and garage guides who stand on in the garage level lobby and direct people up to the lobby and explain to them that there's somebody there to greet them. This does not require a big time commitment, but it would, really helps Linda a lot because she's doing it all by herself. So if you'd like to volunteer for maybe a once or twice a year service to the community and Linda, contact Linda Purdy. The Monday Market has noticed a drop-off in shopping when there are events in Anderson Hall on Monday during the daytime. For those of you who schedule programs on Monday during the daytime, we would ask that you consider possibly changing to a different day if you can. And finally, I want to end with this. We've all been going through a great deal in the last few years. In addition to the trauma of COVID, the changes in the city, and the seismic shifts in culture and habits as a result of the pandemic, as people seem to care less and less about what we used to think was important, we've also been dealing with the uncertainty of what the West Tower will bring. I hear from many of you, and I know it has been stressful for all of us. Although there are no answers to our questions yet, we know there will be change, and change at our age is not something we were looking for when we moved here. It's very normal for us to have trepidation. And then I remember why I chose Horizon House rather than Mirabella, Park Shore, or Murano. It was because of what I sensed about the people here. The residents here are smart, creative, social, engaged, and kind. We are people who still have an interest in the world. We are the people who kept this wonderful culture going with our self-administered programs. When I think about that, I pick myself up, dust myself off, and keep working. And I'm asking you to help me keep this thing we have vital. And I encourage new residents to get on board. You came here to live in a special community, and we all need to have a hand in keeping it alive. There are so many choices here. Bring us your experience, your expertise, your creativity, and help us get through the next few years. Remember that our population is shrinking and changing as the West Wing empties out. Interests may have changed, and some committees may not be appealing anymore. That doesn't mean you should give up. Consider joining another committee, or perhaps two committees can join together and work together if they have similar interests, requiring fewer volunteers. Don't give up. And I know that Erica understands all of this and has our best interests at heart. And now I bring you Erica.
Thank you so much, Deanna. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm going to rearrange my agenda a little bit to have a little bit of continuity to what Deanna was talking about. Since the day that I arrived, I certainly heard around, people are tired. They've been volunteering for many, many years. They are ready for someone to take the reins. But one of the things I want to offer you is we have quite a few people who live at Horizon House that don't participate. They stay in their units, or maybe they are still working, but could contribute. And so one of the things I would like to offer to you is who these your neighbors are. We don't know everyone, what floor they live on, but if you have a neighbor that I don't ever see, I see him passing sometime in the elevator, but I never see them at events. I never see them on committees. That warm invite is so meaningful. I do believe we have, quite a few people here that could help us bridge the gap, before the West Tower does open, and that can, help us breathe new life into our committees, or even bring us new committees to think about. But again, it is that warm invitation from a cheerful neighbor that may make the difference. It might start with an invitation for a cup of coffee or for lunch, and just to get to know them a little bit so what they may be interested in. Then it might follow up with an invite to an activity that committee is having. Something like that could just make the world of difference to the person who might not have gotten that warm invitation and might not feel as included, as well as to many of you who've served for a long, long time and need a bit of a break. So I just want to offer that, but this is something that will happen floor by floor. So, just think about your neighbors. So I want to give a couple of bright spots. We've had quite a bit over the past month. We did have the all-staff meeting in July. We have those quarterly. And, it's always a great time for the team members to gather together and learn and share. And especially one of the things we enjoy is celebrating team members who've been with us quite a bit of time. We also had the picnic in August, which was quite a bit of fun. Many of you might have seen us out on the Parkview Terrace that day, and we had camp shirts. Our theme was camp. It was really great, well attended. I love that event because it is something for every single shift, and it gives everybody a chance to get off their feet and have a moment to fellowship with each other. I also want to offer a thank you to all of you. I had my 1-year work anniversary, and it was so wonderful. It was actually on my birthday, at the fireside chat. It was perfect, and I was so pleasantly surprised for all of your kindness. I appreciate the wonderful video that the string-alongs put together. A beautiful, beautiful bouquet of flowers. And then a couple weeks later, I ended up having a wonderful outing with the leadership team. They took me on a boat outing that allowed me to experience Seattle from the water. So it was perfect. We went through the Ballard Locks, and it was just really, really great. And I just want to thank you again for just that continuous warmth that I have from the community here. And then I want to talk about our bright spot with the EPA conference that was held here on July 23rd. We had representatives from the EPA, the mayor, the King County executive, and others who are involved in sustainability and environmental efforts come to Horizon House. We owe a debt of gratitude to Bill Roach. Is Bill in the room today? It really is because of Bill's reputation, with his efforts with the Environment Committee, as well as just his professional career. The woman said something so powerful to me, who actually applied for the grant through King County, and it was a multi-county grant, which made it really impactful. But she said when she got the notice that this consortium between Pierce County, King County, and Snohomish County was awarded, she said she couldn't think of anything else except, we can hold this at Horizon House. Let me get in touch with Bill. So, just that was the first thing. And she said that was the first thing I thought about. Powerful, powerful. It was a great way to get Horizon House's name out there and for people to see who we are in all of the efforts. And so I want to give an update on the West Tower. As of today, we are at 61 reservation deposits of the 10% down. That we are at 30% of our goal. So that is phenomenal. We have to be at 70% to go to construction, and we have until September of 2025. I do want to have a call to action, though. We really want you to continue to invite people in your circle. Every event that I've attended, I'm sitting at the table with people, and they know you. All my friends live here. After I'm done with this, I'm going up to visit friends. And so it is your friends that are coming. They've heard from you what a wonderful experience it is to live here. And so they want to also have this experience. And so we just encourage you to continue to share. We know that this is a difficult time. But again, I appreciate Deanna's words. Even through our difficulty, we are still the best because of the people who live here. And a part of how you can I agree. And part of how you can control your own destiny, which we know is the Horizon House way, is by picking your new neighbors. So if you know people, send them our way. I want to also tell you a little bit about our staff listening circles, which is something new. I'm sure Horizon House has had some version of this in the past, but one of the things I really appreciated when I came here is that there were defined opportunities for us to connect with residents, through this forum, meeting with resident council, also, the fireside chat. There are ways that we can connect with residents. However, we didn't have as many ways to connect with staff. We have the quarterly, staff meeting. However, many of our team members don't work on that day. It may not be their shift, even though we try to do all shifts. That's just one touch point. So, twice a year, we're going to have these employee listening circles. We have 6 sessions throughout August, 2 per shift. Beth has been so great to stagger them. If you don't work Tuesdays, that's okay. We're going to have one meeting on a Tuesday, another one another day. We're going to stagger times in case, you have to have your lunch at a specific time. But it's really a casual environment where staff can come to ask questions, provide feedback, and really talk about what they would like to see at Horizon House. And we've had a couple of sessions so far, and it has been really impactful to hear directly from our team members what's important. Want to also remind everyone, Brian Levitt, our Director of Technology and Innovation, is retiring after 9 years of service. And so he is going to have a farewell on Tuesday, August 27th at 3 p.m. in the Chapel Forum, and cake and punch will be served. And we invite you all to come out and to wish Brian well as he goes off into retirement. Who knows? Maybe one day he'll come back and live at Horizon House. It will be 8/27 at 3 p.m. And then just to remind everyone, there is no fireside chat in August, and our next fireside chat will be September 27th at 10 a.m. Thank you. I'm going to pass it to Karen Paray right now to approve the minutes.
The minutes of the Residents' Council regular meeting on June 18th were circulated to all members of the council. I have no corrections unless there are any now. The minutes are approved as circulated. And I call on Karen Smith.
just say, but I will say it with microphone, then you'll hear it. Anyway, really, I don't have a lot to report. We're going along with our budget. I commend the committee chair who are so careful with the dollars they spend, and I appreciate that. And we made some changes in our budget. Certain committees needed more money than they had, and the Monday market was feeling that we had stretched them too far by what we had proposed for their proposed income. So we do have a deficit budget as it is now. It's very possible when the year's end we will not quite have as big a deficit as we think we might have or have allowed for it to have. But we do have a reserve, and you can see right now we have 12,796 income for the year, but the chips are not all in. I will say that. Anyway, so I say to all of you, thank you, and we, as a residents council, we want to use be good stewards of the money we have and use it to provide programming and services that you want. So I think we're doing a pretty good job of that, but we are always interested in new voices. So thank you very much. And we now have the lady of Monday Market.
One of them. Okay, thank you, Karen. Okay, good to see everybody. I'm getting there, just a second. Okay, during the 2-month period since we last met, June and July, the market has had 2 clearance days with all clothing half price. Still, we did well. The total deposit for June was $6,967.84. And for the 5 weeks in July, it was $8,685.62. Employee purchases were over $3,000 during this 9-week period. We continue to notice that the flow of customers in the market depends upon the Horizon House programming upstairs. So please come visit the market when you get a break from your busy schedules. We also are aware of an increase in non-resident visitors, often younger people who come in to buy various clothing and other items in the market. And you will begin to notice around various notices about the closing of the market for its yearly vacation. That will be the Mondays of September 23rd and September 30th. The donation bins will close Friday, September 20th. There'll be a piece of wood over them, so nothing is to go in them. And then they will reopen on October 2nd. The market doors will be wide open to welcome everyone on October 7th. Some volunteers will assist with the preparation tasks and from both right after the closure and before we reopen. So not all volunteers are totally off the hook. And regarding volunteers, the market wants you. Elizabeth will be in the Fireside Lounge after this meeting to discuss options with you. But for example, we need someone who has experience polishing silver and brass. And thank you very much to Joan for doing this for years and doing a shining job. And a greeter in the accessories section from 11 to 1 on Mondays. And substitutes are always valuable because we can call them when a regular volunteer is either ill or away or something. So to be a volunteer is be a substitute volunteer is much appreciated. Just for your information, on Saturday, September 7th, there will be a special Friends and Family event for Horizon House employees. A coat and jacket sale and staged in the garage, so an actual garage sale. The market is, of course, very thankful for the patronage of all of the staff and employees here at Horizon House. And diners at a Sunday brunch last month seemed very appreciative of the two models, very vivacious models, who showed off market dresses and casual attire. And more volunteers to model are always appreciated. So thank you. And now I'd like to introduce, for the birthday parties, the queen of birthday parties, Zoa Shumway.
And I wanted to tell Jennifer that I met two women Monday when I was on the cash register who drive over every Monday from Ellensburg to shop at the Monday market. Yeah, we are famous. Let's get this done. Woo! The birthday parties are back, and celebrants are totally enjoying being back together, honoring themselves and each other. We have 17 birthdays alone this week, and I'd like a show of hands of anyone who attended the birthday party Wednesday or having a birthday this month. Let's see you. Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Thank you, thank you. And welcome back to you, Gary. Thank you very much. One of our committee members, he's been on vacation up at Skyline for a while. The second Wednesday of each month, we meet in the Sky Lounge to celebrate the residents who were born on a particular month. Each birthday person is invited along with a significant other or close friend, and we make efforts to be sure that you're seated with your guest. During each party, we are enjoying live music with the string-along, sing-along for brain health, excellent wine, punch and lemonade, Oliver's spectacular hors d'oeuvres, birthday cake, a meet and greet, companionship, and lots of love. The birthday party is a wonderful opportunity to meet and welcome new residents to our community. And with every party, we receive comments such as, I have lived for 3 years on the same floor with the woman I sat with, and we have never had a conversation. I've had no idea who was living at the end of the hall, but I got to spend the evening with her. Or, at the age of 97, with most of my family gone, I did not expect to ever have my birthday honored again. Well, honor we do, along with welcoming all with seasonally designed name tags, serving up party food plates while strategically placing guests we feel will enjoy one another at particular tables. We feel will enjoy one another as we cut, plate, and deliver birthday cake while refilling wine glasses, hors d'oeuvre plates, and following through with any request. The birthday committee made in heaven wants every birthday celebrant to love and enjoy their special birthday party. So pull that invitation out of your cubby the first day of every month. Fill in your acceptance and get ready to party. Remember, you can run, but you can't hide. We know where you live. Happy birthday, and let's party. Thank you. Woo-hoo. Oh, I still have the microphone. Nancy and Cassandra, would you join us, please, at the podium?
Here you go, Cassandra. I'm going to take my water with me. Thank you. Wow, there's a lot of people in here, isn't there? Good afternoon. Oh, well then, should I say it again? Good afternoon. I'm Cassandra Carothers, and this is Nancy Niedzielski, and we want to thank you for the invitation to describe our Ducks in a Row committee. It has occurred to us that it might be of interest to residents to understand why and how we started Get Your Ducks in a Row. I need practice, don't I? Okay. Initially, I had multiple responses to why we started Ducks. But each time I would concentrate on reasoning, I was distracted by a paradox my mother told me repeatedly as I was growing up. Cassandra, we all have moments when we experience the beauty of a daisy springing forth from a cow pie. And meaning for me, as uncanny as it seems, we can observe the creation of something beautiful from a most unexpected and sometimes unwelcome source. Nancy Niedzielski and I met as a pure coincidence. Each of us in a relatively same time frame, we had approached Erica Campbell separately, but with a similar thought. We both shared an interest and an experience in wanting our community, Horizon House, to know how to plan for a good death. When I met with Erica, she said someone else would be joining us. That's when Nancy and I first met. It was love at first sight. Nancy is the brain behind Got Your Ducks in a Row, and I relate to the emotional part of the equation. Together we make a great pair, and from that started our monthly program of Got Your Ducks in a Row. We have our Ducks event the third Tuesday of every month at 10 o'clock. Just a few of the topics we address are in Advanced Directive for Healthcare, an Advanced Directive for Alzheimer's or Dementia, the Death with Dignity Act, also known as Medical Aid in Dying, and VSID, the Voluntary Stopping Eating and Drinking Choice. When you complete the forms to get your ducks in a row, you will receive this sticker where on your name tag. The forms are all on Horizon House Connect on our committee page. And there's a pull-down menu where you can find forms that correspond to topics we cover each month. There are also other forms and resource information on our committee page. So far, we have 25 residents who have received a Got Your Ducks in a Row sticker. Yes. The forms, oh, I said that. So just a minute. Thank you very much. So far, we have 25 residents who have received a Got Your Ducks in a Row sticker. You too can be a proud person and proud people to wear a sticker. Wouldn't you like your name displayed on the screen at an upcoming residents' council meeting?
And here's what I just want to interject. So can I take the microphone just for a minute?
Yes.
And just hours ago, we had our very first staff member get a sticker. Charlene, yay! So we're waiting for other staff members to follow suit of these 25 people and more.
So we hope you attend our events and become a satisfied customer too. We encourage, oh, excuse me. Here are Yelp reviews from satisfied customers.
These are real.
Yeah. Wouldn't you like your name displayed on the screen at an upcoming residents' council meeting? And here are the Yelp reviews from satisfied customers. We hope you attend our events and become a satisfied customer too. We encourage staff to come and attend and bring a family or bring a family member, which is always welcome. Our hope is to live well every day and to have a good life until we have a good death. Thank you.
And now Bill Roach.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I need that. Our new director, Eric Lane Barnes, would like to have been here today to introduce himself. His inclusive philosophy and almost everything everyone can sing, and invite interested singers to join us for some fun singing. However, he's on his way to Kentucky to spend time with his 106-year-old grandfather. So we arranged to have him introduce himself by video.
Hello, my name is Eric Lane Barnes. Some of you may have met me already doing sing-alongs in Anderson Hall, which I've been doing for a year or so, maybe two. I have a lot of fun doing that, and I'm also now the new director of the chorale at Horizon House. And I want to invite everybody to come and see what singing in a chorale can be like. If you've enjoyed the sing-alongs, the chorale is that plus more. And we really will have so much fun. When I leave the rehearsals from Skyline and the rehearsals from Pacific Region, we are glowing. I mean, singing itself is such an invigorating, fun activity, but singing together in a chorus is even more so. So that is my little introduction. I really hope that you will come and join the chorale and have fun. Have fun with us. Okay, one thing I'll finish with. The first concert that we're going to do is in December, and it's going to be a holiday concert. And we're going to do a lot of popular songs that have been on television programs throughout the years, like Andy Williams and Julie Andrews had holiday specials. And there were animated specials like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. So we're going to focus on fun, popular songs from the holidays, and we're going to have some Hanukkah songs as well as Christmas songs and some secular songs that don't really mention any specific holiday at all. So there we go. Come join us, come have fun, and I really look forward to spending time with all of you.
Well, now you have a sense of who he is. And he's been a lot of fun so far. We had one rehearsal yesterday, one meet and greet. And our next rehearsal is September 3rd at 1 p.m. in the Sky Lounge. Come have some fun. Ann? Is Ann here? Yes. Do I have to click something? Oh, I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Okay. That would help. I'm sorry, Ann.
We're not doing so well, are we? Either one of us. Well, good afternoon. It's time for the burning question. And the question that was submitted was the following. What is the range of ages of the Horizon House residents? The range of ages go from 68 years to 102 years. That is an average age of 85.85, and the most common age is 89. So that gives us a good idea of who we are, or at least what age we are. And I'll be out in the lounge ready to receive any further questions you have. So keep the questions coming, please. And our next.
It's fine. It's okay. Okay, so we're ready to wrap up. Does anyone have any questions for me or comments that they'd like to make, contribute, anything? I don't know, you guys. I never get any questions. I must tell you everything you need to know every month, huh? Nancy. You couldn't find that? No, Ann doesn't know. She tried to count. She wanted to know how many men versus women. So yeah. So someone take the directory and count. Anybody else? Okay, Doris from Dining Services will be out in the Fireside Lounge, and Bill Corriston, are you here? Will you be there? Yes, Bill Corriston will be there, and Ann will be there, and Elizabeth will be there. They're answering questions, taking comments, whatever, but they do every month. Oh, well, you know, what? If they yeah. Oh, I thought I said what they were. Ann will be there. Bill Corriston will be there for the Communications Committee. And who else? There was one. Elizabeth will be there for the Monday Market. Sorry. Who? Safety will be there as well. Okay, it's getting bigger and bigger every month. So just look for, I think they'll all have signs in front of them, so you can see who's there and what they're doing. Because I can't keep track of them. We keep adding to them. Right? Okay, I guess that's it. We have a short meeting today. Thank you all for being here.